Welcome back to Sports with Sonny. I'm super excited to be back here at Memorial Park in the city. I'm joined by two very familiar faces that you would see around the basketball court, especially in the summertime. I have Coach Nathan and Coach Jenn. And Sports with Sonny isn't just going to be me talking about sports now, it's going to be myself, joined by other recreation leaders, and we're going to be talking about all the different sports that we offer here with Parks and Recreation. So with that, this video, obviously, we're going to be talking basketball, so let's get to it.
Let's talk about, if you have an official that maybe makes a bad call, or you don't like something that, he said, how would you handle that?
Well, if I'm coaching my players to begin with, I want them to know that we should treat everybody with respect inside the gym, not just the coaches, the other players, the parents, but we should also treat the officials with respect. And with that, we should understand that they're human beings as well. And as players, we make mistakes, coaches make mistakes, and officials are going to make mistakes. So the one thing that I don't want to see our players doing is back talking an official. So basically what I tell them is, if you can't say it to your parent, or if you're going to not talk to your parent that way, don't talk to the official that way.
Jen, can you tell me a little about your basketball history? What relation do you have to the sport?
Well, when I first started basketball, I learned everything from Parks and Rec. After I played here, I definitely played in high school. And after high school, I ended up playing in college. And then I felt like giving back to the community. I loved coaching, so I ended up coming back here, and this is my 11th year coaching. And I'd want to say there's probably one game in particular that I remember, and it was fun. After we got through SMAF, we made it to the Federation tournament, and that was playing other teams outside of this city. So unfortunately we didn't get first, but the kids had a great experience, and getting second place meant everything to them.
Jen, you've coached here for 11 years, right? So how has your coaching style changed during those 11 years?
Well, 11 years kind of seems like a long time, but I can definitely say that I've matured over the years, and that comes with, mentoring and learning from the players, because sometimes this is their outlet, playing. And then I start to grow, and we develop a relationship to where I can understand them better instead of being so hard on them. Some of them, I can say I've been really hard and strict, but through the years, I've matured and I've grown. And to get to really know them and understand where they're coming from and what they want to do with the sport, I just think through the years, it's just showed me that I need to be a little more patient, not so serious, and then go from there.
So during your 11 years, you've seen a lot of kids, right? And you become more than just a coach. You're a significant person in their life. How do you manage that, right? So you become a mentor to them. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, there's a few athletes I've actually coached from playing in Mighty Mites all the way up until A Division, which is right before high school. So, seeing that growth and them developing not only as a player, but as a human being, I think they learned a lot from playing, and developing that relationship and seeing their growth and where they want to go after this is something that I love to help them with. And I think it's more than basketball. Mentoring them is something that, it's really close to me. Like I said, when I grew up in Parks, there's still coaches that I have a relationship with. I love to talk to, see, and I think that's very important, because there's also players that don't even play anymore, but they do come back to program to see if there's coaches still here, and I think that's something that's really important.
I'm a right-handed basketball player, and honestly, I don't really play basketball too much. What's a drill I can do at home to improve my skills?
Well, a drill that's very simple, very known for beginners. We'll have a chair. If you want to try to strengthen, you try to dribble as hard as you can, trying to keep level. You don't want to raise it too high above your knee. And then try to just get a rhythm. Once you start getting a little comfortable with that, try to look forward instead of at the ball. There you go. And after you do it, maybe a few reps of like 10 times. Try to push down, but bring it up a little higher. Keep pushing, good job. And I'd probably do maybe like 5 sets of 10 and then switch hands. Good job.
So while I'm at home, what's a more advanced drill that I can do?
Another drill that to help with dribbling. You're gonna start off with your left hand. You're gonna dribble from knee down. Try to get a good rhythm. Try to dribble as hard as you can. Once you do about 10, you wanna bring it up to the waist, and then waist down dribble. Keeping your knees bent, sorry. Try and push down as hard as you can. Good. And once you do about 10, you want to try to dribble as hard as you can and as high with control. Yeah. 10 times, then you're going to bring it all the way back down to the beginning. Let's start. There you go. Good job. Another thing you want to try to focus on is not looking down at the ball. Try to find a focal point in front of you. There you go. Don't forget to breathe. Good job. Bend your knees.
Make sure you stay tuned in, as we'll have people ranging from dietitians to a mental health expert and a bunch of different topics on health and well-being.